Astronomers were so excited for the arrival of the end of July 2018. Did you see the lunar eclipse on the 27th night, which remained up till the morning July 28th? Wasn't that awesome? Gazing at the sky on that night was tremendously breathtaking indeed. Why? Because astronomers noted that it was the longest lunar eclipse in that century. People were preparing their binoculars and telescopes to witness this one-of-a-kind phenomena that perhaps happens once in a lifetime. Did you take some photos of the blood moon? Be sure to subscribe to Did You Know and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. Define the lunar eclipse. It is a phenomenon that happens when the moon, the earth, and the sun are so near to each other as if they are united or aligned. In order for the eclipse to happen, there are two conditions that have to exist. One, it has to be a full moon, which is located right behind the sun. Two, the moon has to be too close to the ascending node or the descending node, which are the two meeting points. 3 types of eclipse. The penumbral eclipse. It happens when the Earth's darkness is reflected on the moon's surface, so it appears yellow. The partial eclipse. This happens when the moon is absorbed completely in the Earth's shadow. This gives the moon a coppery shade because of its position among the sun and the Earth. Astronomers released some news that Friday, the 27th of July, until the morning of the 28th of July. The Earth would encounter the longest lunar eclipse that hadn't happened since the last century. They explained that the eclipse would stay for an hour and 42 minutes and 56 seconds. People who lived in the Eastern Hemisphere would have the full opportunity to observe it during this time. In France, the moon would be visible and crystal clear for everyone to observe. What is so unique about this eclipse is that the moon passed through a very dark area on the Earth, which would result in its reddish color. That is why it was called the Bloody Moon. This was the second lunar eclipse that took place in 2018. The first lunar eclipse in this year was in January, but it wasn't visible in France. How did the eclipse of the 27th of July happen? The moon's speed was very slow, and the duration of the eclipse was long because the moon reached its farthest point from the Earth. Hence, the full moon would be small and very far. It would take time to cross the Earth's darkest shadow. It was accurately affirmed that the lunar eclipse would start at 1930 UTC and it would end at 2113 UTC. Moreover, the maximum eclipse would take place at 2021. The time calculations were accurate and true. Where did that eclipse happen? Astronomers argued that the eclipse will be visible in Africa and Central Asia. However, it would be visible in Europe only during the first part of the night. In France, the eclipse could be observed partially as well as totally. People were very keen on observing the eclipse on that night, and many internet websites made it accessible for people to know exactly when the eclipse would occur in their region and according to their time zone. All they had to do was to write the name of the place on the eclipse map of time and date. What was more interesting was that the red planet Mars as well was very close to the moon and could be easily seen. Luckily, people who lived in the Eastern Hemisphere were able to observe the bloody moon and Mars clear enough. Why do people enjoy lunar eclipses more than the solar ones? Simply because you can't look at the solar eclipse without getting your eyes harmed because of the infrared and ultraviolet rays that are very dangerous for the eyes. Therefore, if people want to observe a solar eclipse, they prepare some special glasses in order to be able to see and protect their sight. On the other hand, the lunar eclipse could be observed with the naked eye. There is no need for special glasses. There is no way anyone might worry about their eyes and their sight because it is totally safe. No harmful rays are ever emitted during the lunar eclipse. So you may as well sit on the roof of your house with your friends, family, or lovers, bring some good champagne or wine or snacks, and enjoy the beautiful phenomenon of the lunar eclipse. Imagine how majestic watching a lunar eclipse would be if you were on the beach. Wow! I can't wait for another lunar eclipse.